All right, we're back with another one. This time, the Ottawa Senators and San Jose Sharks pull off a deal 30 minutes after the deadline. Obviously submitted beforehand, but just trickling through. So we've got Ottawa trading Zack Ostapchuk, Noah Gregor, and a second-round pick, which is their own, not the one they got from Buffalo, to the San Jose Sharks for Fabian Zetterlund, Tristen Robins, and a fourth-round pick. So I'll ask you this quickly. What do you think of the deal? I cover the Senators, so I might be able to give a bit more insight on some of these pieces, but what are your quick thoughts?
Yeah, just getting into it quickly. I think the Sharks, they get picks. They're very good with picks, and I think that's like a really big thing to focus on is how good they've been with draft picks, how good this management has been with picks. You're looking at guys like Shirnashov, who they drafted early second round last year. He's been incredible since he's returned from injury. You look at guys like, this is early first round, but Dickinson, he kind of fell to them. They have been very good with these kind of late draft picks as well, just not even the first round. Second, third, fourth, they've found some good guys. So give your scouts more to work with. I think that works out well. I don't think they were going to use Zetterlund for a while. I don't think he was a long-term fixture of that team. He's not particularly young or old. He's kind of in the middle there in his prime. I don't know how much they can use that. So I think the pick works. And Ostapchuk can be a roster player if they want him to be. Gregor, I'm not so sure, but again, they might be able to make him a roster player as well. And I guess for Ottawa, getting into them real quick, Zetterlund's a good player. I mean, the other teams that were in that conversation, that wildcard conversation for the East, they aren't really adding. It was Ottawa really who's been making those bigger moves. So they got better today. I think they definitely improved their roster, maybe not by a ton, but they improved their roster relative to those other teams out there. And that sends a good message to your guys that we're trying. We want to make the playoffs this year. We want to end this drought and we want to compete where we believe in you guys. And yeah, I guess that's a good message to send to your room. And Zetterlund's a pretty good player himself.
Yeah. So from an Ottawa point of view, I love this deal. Zack Ostapchuk, I liked him. He was really good with the Vancouver Giants in the WHL. He's been good in the AHL with the Belleville Senators. And I mean, with the Ottawa Senators, he was a good fourth line center. He just provides absolutely no offense for them. I don't see him topping out as anything more than a fourth line center. A fourth line center is really valuable and you need them, but they're very replaceable as well. Noah Gregor, he's been in and out of the lineup. He's more of a 13th forward. He's got really good speed. I liked what he brought. He's not consistent enough to really make an impact. And then the second round pick, which is Ottawa's own, I don't mind that at all. Better than moving a first round pick, considering they have to give one up still for the Evgeny Dadonov situation. Getting Fabian Zetterlund back, I love it. He was, I don't want to say a centerpiece because it was more quantity over quality with the Timo Meier trade. But he was a good piece. He was a big piece of that trade. And the Sharks have used him pretty well. He's been one of their better forwards this season, obviously outside of like Macklin Celebrini, Will Smith, and Mikael Granlund. There's not a bunch of offense going through the Sharks right now, and he's got 36 points in 64 games, on track for about 45 points for the second year in a row. He's just checking his 5-on-5 stats. He's got 11 goals and 27 points at 5-on-5. We talked about that earlier with the Josh Norris and Dylan Cousins trade. 5-on-5 is where Ottawa has really struggled to score. Bringing that in is fantastic. He doesn't take many face-offs. When he does, he's pretty good in it. Like he can come in. Not very physical, which is fine. He's going to be like probably on the second line, replacing David Perron as the second line left winger. I think that would make sense. And I just think it's fantastic. Tristen Robins, he's a prospect. I don't know a whole bunch about him, admittedly. He's a right shot center, always good to have. 18 points this season in 41 AHL games. He was a second round pick by the Sharks in 2020. For those that follow the Senators content and the Senators roundtable, we'll be talking about Tristen Robins on the next roundtable with Dayton, who covers the Saskatoon Blades, see what he knows about him from his time in the WHL. But yeah, I think that this is kind of a home run for Ottawa. There's nothing wrong with this trade. They add a lot more offense, especially 5-on-5. I think it's fantastic.
I mean, yeah, I think both teams kind of get what they want. It's not a blockbuster per se, but yeah, like Ottawa got better here, and I like that for them. I like that they're really committing, I guess. Not like full commitment, sending first round picks and whatnot. Not that they have that many because the Dono situation very weird, but yeah, they're doing what they can, and I do think they deserve some kudos for that.
Yeah. I think both teams, like you said, got what they wanted. So yeah, from an Ottawa point of view, I'm really happy to see this. This and the Cousins trade, Ottawa got a lot better over this trade deadline. Really going to push for the playoffs. Hopefully, it pans out and it's not too much change on the team, and hopefully, it doesn't impact them too much in a negative way. I think on paper they got better, but we know after big trades and big roster moves, things happen, chemistry goes away. So hopefully, this works out for them. But we've got a couple other things to get to now that we're 34 minutes past the deadline. So yeah, check everything out on the Hockey Writers YouTube. Check it out on thehockeywriters.com. And make sure to sign up for the Substack so it all comes right to your inbox. And we'll see you on the next episode.